Dr. Sue Barrell. You spoke about how meteorology is more than just the news weather reports and all that. And I was just wondering, are you, just you specifically, involved with a lot of environmentalist groups and this sort of thing?
Good question.
Thanks. Me personally, I guess doing the environment in terms of like coastal, marine pollution, things like that. We do work very closely with them. In fact, I had a meeting yesterday from someone who runs a marine environmental program over in Western Australia in Roebuck Bay, a letter of complaint, actually, about weather balloons, and which unfortunately land in the water and which actually contribute to birds, sort of damage to birds because birds tend to eat them. And this is a program that we've been very actively involved in over a long time. It's an unfortunate reality that in order to measure the atmosphere, you need to send a balloon up with a package of instruments underneath it, and to get the sort of information that we need on a daily basis to do our forecasting. And we've been working actively to reduce our use of that sort of technology by using radar technology, by using satellites more, and different sorts of sounding and remote sensing. But the unfortunate reality is the only way to get the high quality, high resolution information we need is from a weather balloon. So we've reduced our use considerably. We do a lot less than we used to, a lot fewer balloon flights, but we still need to do them. And so we work with the environmental community to try and explain what we're doing, how we're doing it, how we're trying to make them as biodegradable as we can, how everything we do, we're trying to minimise our impact on the environment. But unfortunately, we still do have a little bit of an impact, and I think it'll be a little while before we can completely get rid of it. But it's a reality, unfortunately, that we need to do that. But we try our best to make sure that we do. But we also work very actively with things like the Great Barrier Reef and the input work we do on with agriculture and floods in terms of the what gets washed down into the reef, and so that we can help predict when there's going to be a flood, when there's going to be pollution events, and try and work with the local communities so that they put the right mitigation processes in place, that they understand when they use fertilisers what the impact will be. So we work very closely to try and mitigate to the extent we can. I hope that helps.
I've got one right up there. Thanks,
I might jump in, you know.
This is a question for Sharon. I saw on the board that you got a Bachelor of Commerce at Melbourne Uni. I know that's a really high ATAR. I just wanted to know what your journey was to get there.
Thank you for the question. So were you interested in my journey during high school in order to get to the BCom? Yeah, sure. So yes, I did BCA, I did subjects, so quite a broad range of subjects. And I think at that point, to be honest, I probably stood messing up anyway. So I was considering like med or biomed or commerce. But I think it was quite important to do methods, so math methods. That was absolutely the main prerequisite along with English, and you have to study for in order to make that prerequisite. So in terms of making sure I've got the right ATAR, I think so one thing that I found quite useful was like guides and doing like lots of practice exams and just being quite aware of the end goal, right? So the end goal was to get a certain score in order to get to the course that you have to do, and then you work backwards from there. So I was actually quite systematic about it. So I had like study score goals for every subject, and then I worked backwards. So I went, okay, so to get this like 40 that I made math method, I'm going to do like 3 practice exams every 3 weeks to the way up to the exam. And I think you have to be quite smart about it. Like you have to study what you know will be assessed. Does that make sense? So there's no point trying to learn everything, or there's no point trying to learn things that won't be helpful in the exam. But having said that, once you leave school, it's probably a lot more important to learn for the sake of learning.
particularly male-dominated environment, I guess, how do you deal with like sexist people and stuff like that?
Okay, so I think particularly in a CEO role now, it's more obvious, and in the area of health. What happens is lots of women as you're moving through the industry, and then when you get to the top, there's very few of us. And I think the most important thing for me is to know that I have every right to sit at the table, and that sitting forward in meetings is a very important thing for you to tell yourself that you have every right to be there. And I think that if more of us sit up at the table as women and really understand that it is okay for us to be there, then that inner strength that you find in yourself of telling yourself that means that you absolutely blow them away when you open your mouth and speak.
I totally endorse that. I think confidence is the number one thing, and I think acknowledging in yourself that not only do you have every right to be there, but they're actually better off with you there at the table. The point is, women bring such different perspectives to so many different decisions, viewpoints, challenges, problems. We look at things differently, and men do too, so we need both. But the point is, we need to be there to get the best outcomes, the best decisions, the most productive outcomes, creative, innovative outcomes. You need all those perspectives. So I think recognising and acknowledging your own confidence and the reason that you need to be there, I think is really, really important. In my role at the moment as Chief Scientist at the Bureau, I'm also responsible for diversity, inclusion and STEM. And so I play a major role in really trying to understand how we can increase the population of women, of people with different abilities, different cultures, different gender biases, whatever, in the organisation, because we recognise that you only get those best outcomes when the organisation actually represents the community they serve, and that is, we serve the Australian people. So we need to have that mix of people to help us. It's like designing cars and things to make the right, so that we actually can really understand what people need. So we have very active processes in place within the organisation to encourage recruitment of women, retention of women into leadership, because we lose a lot as they go up the tree. There's a lot of implicit bias that says that when a woman, when you have a child, your brain dies or something, or you're not as career driven as a man, and therefore you get overlooked. If you work part-time, you're not serious about your career, therefore you get overlooked. I work part-time, I've had 2 children, I've been married 40 years, very happily, and I've got to where I've got. Not just because I'm feisty enough and smart enough to do it, but because I've been able to work with the people I've worked with and build their confidence and bring them along with me. But you've got to give women the tools, you've got to give girls and women the tools to do that. Not everyone has that confidence. A lot of people, it gets eroded when they're very young. And I think one of the goals that successful women have is to give back to other women and help show them what they can do. And I think that's a fantastic reason for getting the group here today, because it's really good to see what others have done. One of our superstar of STEM colleagues says, if you can't see it, you can't be it. And I think that's probably one of the most important quotes that I've heard, because it really says you've got to get out there and show what others can do.
Perfect, great.
And something I do, which, depends on the individual if you've got the confidence to do it, but I call it out. I have no problems with picking up a situation and not wanting it to go any further than it has. Whether it's myself or whether it's in front of anyone else, I'll call it out.
I've done something slightly different in these. I typically just bite my tongue and learn to develop a thick skin over 15 years in the company, especially on site with a group of men. Although I might like to add that over the years I've developed a self-confidence that in itself exudes within a meeting. So that inner self-confidence helps within that environment. And you know deep within yourself that you're good at what you do, and you can push yourself and that sense of self-confidence sort of just precedes you in a meeting and just push you in the right direction.
I think, unfortunately, as women in a male-dominated industry, we often feel we have to prove ourselves maybe more than our male counterparts do. So I think one thing, like everyone has said, it's really important to have the confidence, because once you start speaking up and putting yourself forward, very quickly the males in the environment, they realise, yeah, you do know your stuff, and yeah, you do deserve to be here as much as I do. So while that's hard, and it's something I think I'm still working on 7 years in, and just having that confidence to make sure your voice is heard. And often I find myself maybe not speaking up because someone has maybe said what I'm thinking already. But it is important to make sure you have your voice heard, so that everyone knows you're as capable as they are, and then, like someone else already said, eventually gender will become irrelevant, because once you prove yourself, that's I think one of the best ways to help start to dispel some of that unconscious bias that might be happening.
So can I just give one other tip? I read this great article the other day about how many times women use the word just. So now I want you to go away and listen to other girls talking or your teachers talking, and think about how many women use the word just, and eliminate it from your vocabulary. We are women, we are not just women, okay?
Awesome, thanks, Ellen. Hello, so I'm Carver from Assumption. I just have a question for Siobhan, sorry. With agriculture, it's like a design, it has art factors but also science. How much art is involved in the science?
Excellent question. So there are a whole range of architects in the company. We've got design architects, which is a huge art background to that role. Someone like me in contract admin, I'm more of construction, documentation sort of side of the role. So I don't do quite as much design work, but there's a little bit of that involved. So it depends what type of architect you want to be. We have a lot of design architects with a huge art. Don't really think about the way the building is being put together at the end, and ways we work with consultants and civil engineers and so forth. Don't necessarily think about that sort of thing, but more how it looks pretty. A little bit about function and so forth, and how the spaces are put together. But mainly, so it depends what type of architect you want to be. Okay? Thank you.
I've got one question up here.
Hello, I have a question for Siobhan. Being kind of in the limbo between choosing a medical degree and an architectural degree, I was asking if I wanted to be an exterior designer, like basic structure of a public building. Which subjects do I have to focus on, and which architectural models do I have to look at? For example, do I have to look at Zaha Hadid or some kind of other architects?
Okay, a lot of budding architects out there. I just had a 50-year-old lady come up to me and say she wants to be an architect today too. So subjects I would choose a broad range of subjects. Maths methods, basic top maths that you need to do. I studied a little bit of science. I think that helps as well. And graphics helped me immensely. So I missed your second part of the So,
The second part was if I was focusing to be an exterior public building designer, which which examples of architect works should I look at? Like which famous architects should I focus on?
gosh, there's a lot. Excellent question. At the start, it depends what type of building you want to look at. If you look at heritage, facades, so forth, I would suggest looking at Level 10 and other heritage architects and consultants. There are so many different types of architects out there, so it depends what type. If you want to look at something more modern, and possibly look at some old school architects like Frank Lloyd Wright through the modernist movement. I could go on forever about this, I'm probably boring you, but look, there are so many architects, anything, you look at RMIT buildings and ARM, I could go on forever. Just Google it, see what comes up, keep your options open, and all the best for your decisions in the future.
Ellen, you've got one? Yeah. Hello, thank you to all the panellists for your inspirational stories. My question really relates to subject selection. It's important time with the students at the moment, in particular engineering. I know, Tara, you said that if you take the time to move to physics. And Kimberly, I just wondered, you said you did methods in Year 12. Did you do specialist as well?
I did, but I wasn't the top of the class. I really enjoyed maths, and I had a pretty awesome teacher as well. So I did English, maths methods, maths specialist, chemistry and psychology. I did chem because I knew I needed a science if I wanted to keep my options open. I wasn't hugely awesome at it, but I did it, and my top two subjects were probably maths and spec. But you don't have to do spec at all to do civil engineering. Basically, in your first year of uni, you do level 1 maths, I think it is called, or it's probably called something different now. And they basically cover what you did in specialist over a year, maybe in like 6 months, so just your first semester. So I had some peers that were studying civil engineering with me that hadn't done specialist maths, they had only done maths methods. And they said, it was a bit of a struggle because there was a lot of information to absorb and to learn quite quickly. But it wouldn't be above you if you didn't do it. Do you know what I mean? Like you could still get by.
I just add to that because I didn't do the top maths. I'm from Queensland, so it was maths A, B and C, and maths C is the top, and I did maths B. And I didn't know I wanted to do engineering, and so I picked a broad range of subjects. So I had physics, art, ancient history, and maths. And we did it in the first 4 weeks of maths at uni. It was year 11 and 12 maths all combined in 4 weeks. So it was a lot of information, and I did find it quite challenging. So if I'd known earlier that I wanted to do something like engineering, it would have made a big difference to do the maths. And I actually ended up failing maths in my second semester, just because it was so much information that I was learning and I hadn't done it before. And I also found it challenging with the engineering mechanical subjects if I hadn't done that. So I definitely reiterate what you're saying around if you know you want to do it, it can be really helpful. But I do also like that broad range, so it can be tricky to balance those two.
So I studied both maths in high school with specialist and methods, along with chemistry, physics and the language. My tip though, yes, you can do it in university, so don't feel discouraged that you didn't do it, or you can't get in, or you have to do it later. My tip is there's 2 different styles of teaching from high school. High school is a different style of teaching to university. So if you're a person that would really like good teachers that are on your case and someone you can constantly ask help for, do it in high school. University, you're sort of on your own. There are lots of A's available to you, but you need to source them out. They don't come find you. So do take the opportunity if you can afford to use it as a subject. It's part of your ATAR. Do it then, and keep your university open to learn the next level maths.
Yeah, I just wanted to reiterate that. So the reason I said I wish I would have done physics in high school is probably because the different style of learning in university maybe didn't sit quite as well as me, coming straight from high school where I'd done specialists and methods, chemistry, I did information systems and English. And then, so yeah, as Elizabeth just said, trying to make up a year's or 2 years worth of a BCE subject in a matter of weeks, that's a big ask, while you're also taking in a bunch of new information. And when you're not sitting in a classroom for a couple of hours a week, just sort of one-on-one almost with the teacher, it's a big change. So if you can give yourself a better foundation in high school, if you have space to do that, I really highly recommend it, just because, yes, I understand we're all trying to aim for your ATAR, but you've also got to think about, do you want to do well in your university degree after that? It's not all about the one number. You need to set yourself up so you're in the best place to attack university, which is a different style of school, with the best tools behind you.
And just to add to that, I think days like this really help because you can see the possibilities of where these subjects can go and go, oh, that's how you can apply these things to the real world in future careers. And I know when I was at school, I actually really didn't like maths. I probably shouldn't be confessing that here, but I hated maths. And I thought trigonometry, algebra, and graphing were the most useless things. I was never going to use it. It turns out these are the most useful things you could possibly learn. And I was kicking myself for not paying more attention in my maths class. And when I did get to uni, and I did find it hard, because I could start to see what an engineer could do and then get the impact that I could make on the world through this kind of career, it got me really determined, and it got me determined to work really hard to figure it out, because I also did find maths challenging, and it didn't come easily for me. Like, I'm not a natural at doing maths. So because I had that vision and that goal in mind, it had me work hard. So it's, what Tanya was saying is, yeah, you can have that, see what you can have in the future, and then there's different pathways to get there. Do you want to add anything from this side to that? Any other questions? Ellen's running up the back. Give her a good workout. Others want the front as well. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sarah and I'm from Mercy College, and my question is for Taryn. When you started your degree in aerospace engineering and even in duration, what career options did you have in mind, and what advice would you give to aerospace students?
That's a really good question, because I think I entered my degree with this grand vision. Like I said, I was going to start designing airplanes. I maybe didn't realise that there wasn't a massive aerospace industry in this country, so that kind of restricts things. Also, I probably didn't think that, do I always want to live in a big city? I don't know. Just with the job opportunities available to me, I'm a little bit restricted in that aspect. So, going in, I probably didn't really know where I was going to end up at the other end. I didn't have any specific company or job title in my mind. But that's a good point you're raising, because I would also recommend that while you're deciding on your subjects and then following on from that, your university preferences, it is a good idea to think about maybe where you want to be in 10, 20 years down the track, what sort of lifestyle you want to have, and are the job opportunities available to support your goals. I think these are all very important aspects you need to add into the mix when you're trying to think about what you want to be. I know it's a very big decision to put on your shoulders at this age, but yeah, it's something I probably wish I would have considered more entering into the uni career.
Hello, Sue. What steps throughout high school and university did you have to take to get into the position you're in now?
Great question. In order to become a meteorologist, so a weather forecaster, and then you can go on to do all sorts of other things in meteorology, you need a basic requirement is an honours degree in maths or physics. So a little bit of chemistry is helpful. I hated chemistry. I did French to avoid chemistry. Too much road learning. I'm one of these people who likes to do things from the bottom up, to be able to prove things. I learn better that way. So maths and physics are the key criteria that you can build on. In terms of myself, personally, I did an honours degree in physics. Started thinking I was going to do it in maths, ended up doing physics, and I did my honours thesis in ionospheric physics, sort of space weather. And then I did a PhD. You don't have to do a PhD before you become a forecaster, but I did a PhD in astronomy. And then halfway through doing that, decided that while I loved astronomy, I actually wanted to do something that was a little more societally relevant. And so I finished my PhD, because a PhD really is a training in research, and you can use it to do all sorts of other things. And then I joined the Bureau and became a meteorologist. So when you join the Bureau, you then do a graduate diploma in meteorology. So you spend your first year actually studying, but very practical. There's a lot of hands-on work as a graduate, doing the graduate diploma, and then you become a forecaster. So that's the pathway.
Ellen, yes.
I'm Emily from Kilbreda. I was wondering, in your opinion, is it easier to learn like physics or specialist maths in university without learning it in high school?
Is that for me? Is that question for me or anyone?
I think anyone can answer that one.
Yeah.
I think anything you learn in high school sticks with you for a lot longer, probably, than what you learn in university, just because of the different style of teaching. You've spent however many years getting to where you are today in a similar environment, and so I think you take a lot more in. And once you get to uni, it's a big change in your life. Maybe you're putting down a home, you're starting to support yourself, you're having to self-motivate yourself, which for some people is a big ask. So again, I can't reiterate enough how much what I learned in high school has really stuck with me, and the importance of giving yourself the best start there. You can learn in uni, and we all do, but any extra help you give yourself in high school really helps you along the way.
I was kind of like Darren. In Year 10, I tried to keep as many doors as I could open with my subjects. I did basically every science: history, biology, physics. I thought, well, physics isn't really for me, I'm going to park that one aside. Biology, that dropped off after year 11. And then I thought, I'll just keep with chem. And then, got into engineering. Although I was, kind of ahead of the game a little bit with the maths, I hadn't done physics since Year 10, so I was like, oh my gosh. And the thing was, I went into the subject thinking, look, I want to be a civil engineer, so I don't have to do a huge amount of physics in my everyday. I just need to get through this Year 1 subject. And they basically, at RMIT, they have this learning hub centre where you can go, and there's lecturers and tutors that are made available to you between certain days at certain times, and you literally just come with your questions and just keep offloading to them, and they keep explaining, different equations and ways of solving problems. So I really found that great. I think most unis, I'm not sure if anybody else had that same experience, would have resources that are there open to you. And engineering, I still laugh about it with some of my peers. I think Year 1, they try and hit you as hard as they can to try and basically weed people out. So if you can get through the first year, I think it sets you up, because you then understand how university works, how you're going to be self-motivating yourself, and after that, the subjects get, I think, more interesting. You actually get to do more of what you'll end up doing in your everyday, rather than just, super hard maths, super hard science, just to get you through the first year.
I have a question for Dr. Sue Barrow. How do you measure weather in other planets, and how does that determine potential space exploration and living in other planets?
So how do you measure weather where?
Weather in other planets.
On other planets. We don't do a lot of that. We work, NASA is very active in looking at, what's happening on other planets, and we're certainly looking at the atmospheres of other planets. So basically it's done mostly by satellite, and some of the satellites that have flown over sort of Jupiter and the outer satellites have done, basically it's pretty hard to go down and look, because the atmospheres are so toxic they kill off anything. So there have been a few missions where they've actually dropped something like into a planet's atmosphere, knowing that it's going to die and they're not going to get it back. But while it goes, they get the signals that come back from it. So mostly we get it from space, from looking at the planets. Certainly some of the recent work that's been done on Jupiter has identified some storms, massive storms there that are way more powerful than anything you would see on Earth. So the dynamics in those atmospheres is absolutely massive. But whether it's certainly atmospheric events that we can detect, and most of them would be pretty mild compared with Earth. I think when you look at other planets and look back at Earth, we've got a pretty mild, a pretty stable climate, weather events that are really amenable to the development of humankind. So I guess it's a sort of those two things go together, that humans developed on Earth in the sort of environment that we have, because that's very amenable to the lifestyle that we have. Does that help?
There's a question over here, and there's one over there, and there's one over there. Okay, cool. I think we'll do those three, and I think that will be the end of time. So, maybe we'll start Steve. Yes?
You might have time for one more question.
Just one more?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
You can pick 10, you're closest. Don't make me run.
I reckon over that side, we haven't heard much from that side.
Okay. You're making me work out.
Go.
I have a question for all of you, and I was wondering, have you ever been discouraged from your path that you pursued, and if so, how did you overcome it?
Yeah, big time. When I can remember one of my first ever sheets, and it was a physics one, and I walked in and it's basically like your stereotypical guys that lived and breathed physics, and they're all talking about comparing what scores they got in year 12 and all this other stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't even remember what a force is, let alone everything else that I've got to learn. But just like everything, when you start doing anything that's new, there's always a bit of growing pains at the start. If you just kind of put your head down and think, you know what, everybody's got to start from somewhere, I'm going to get cracking and get into it. You can usually, do you know what I mean, find your way through. The point that you end up, whatever leads you to a point that makes you think, oh, this isn't for me, I'm going to hand in the towel. You just need to remember, cast your memory back and think, why did I ever want to do this in the first place? I'm certainly not going to be the first individual to go on this path, and I probably am not the first female, but I'm going to give it a red hot go and keep going, and just have a bit of grit about you, and just say, look, you know what, I've got every attribute that I need to, and skill set and tool in my belt to get me through, so I'm just going to use that to the best of my ability.
Sorry, can I just say funny? I certainly didn't have any discouragement from my family, but when I got to university, I discovered design lectures. Now these 3-hour-long lectures we do throughout 5 years at university, and oh my god, I was bored out of my brains going to all these design lectures, and following from that we'd go through design projects every semester. Every week we would present our design in front of our lecturers and tutors, and I remember time and time again being teased. No one likes what they have getting horrible scores, hated it. But those were the moments that actually made me step back and say, you know what, I'm maybe, pretty average at this point, but it's the mistakes that help you build your confidence. No one's perfect. We all make mistakes throughout our lives, and especially through uni. And as the years went by, I got better and better at presenting my designs and the confidence of designing new buildings, and ended up in finally finishing honours, and that was a great self-confidence boost. So don't be put off by mistakes and horrible disasters along the way. Just find that inner confidence in yourself, and you'll be great.
Yeah, I just wanted to add a few things to that. So I definitely agree with what the others have been saying. One thing that I found quite useful is having that support network around me. And I think it's really important to not be afraid to ask for help and to seek resources. So personally, I had this mentality quite early on in my career that I had to know everything if I didn't know something, that I was a failure. And that was probably the case during uni as well. And then as I got on, I sort of actually realised that not everyone knows everything. especially when you're quite early in your career, you've got nothing to lose by asking someone more experienced for help, or by thinking resources and just doing what you can to get on top of your material and develop your career. So definitely should not be afraid to ask for help, is what I would say.
Just one perspective that I've seen throughout my career, not just at university and at school, but also in the way women choose to apply for jobs, is that it's well known that if a woman is faced with applying for a job or making a choice about a subject to study, that often they look at it and they focus on what they can't do rather than what they can do. And it's a gross generalisation, so apologies to the men in the audience. But often a man or a boy faced with applying for a job will look at a 10 selection criteria and say, yeah, I can do them, I can do a couple pretty well and I'm sure I can win the rest. Whereas a woman is more likely to look at them and say, gee, there's one I can't do and won't apply. And this has really stood out, I think, for me when I was at university. There were very few women, and when I did my degree as well, and obviously I think it's changing, it's not quite as bad. But the ones that did it came top of the class. So in my honours class there were 11 people, 2 women, and we came first and second. And it became pretty clear to me that when women actually committed to doing a lot of those subjects, they were really, really good at it. And I guess the key message for me is we don't all need to be Einsteins. We need diversity, we need average people as well. So don't say, no, I'm not going to do it because I'm not going to get straight A's or whatever. I had one female professor when I was doing my PhD at ANU, and she had a sign on her wall that said, for a woman to be seen as good, to be regarded as good as a man, she has to prove herself to be twice as good. Fortunately, that's not difficult.